Steal a Brainrot drama? Is there a drama with Steal a Brainrot? What's the drama? Are they upset at everybody who stole their game even though they didn't make a game? Steal a Brainrot is getting banned because the Tung copyright. Oh, thank God. What? Tung Tung Sahur was copyrighted? What a timeline. Is that real?
Tung 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 Sahur.
Please tell me that's real. Yeah, it's getting copyrighted and a lot more. Steal a Brainrot mascot disappears from
Brainrot getting copyrighted. Who even has the rights to that? And yes, it is. Maybe we should remove it.
So here's a news article from Dexterto talking about it. Steal a Brainrot mascot disappears from Roblox after copyright dispute. Steal a Brainrot, Roblox's breakout hit with millions, quote unquote, of players. They don't put the quote unquotes. I put the quote unquotes because I don't believe it's millions. I think that Fortnite is actually lying about its numbers, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. Steal a Brainrot, Roblox's breakout hit with millions of players worldwide, has lost its most recognizable mascot after Tung 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 Sahur was suddenly removed from the game. The game has rapidly become a cultural phenomenon, smashing records with more than 24 million concurrent players. Again, quote unquote. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's actually real numbers because that's made up numbers. It's not real. Like, I'm sorry. It's just Roblox is lying. It's simple, my opinion statement, I should clarify. So what is this? We are the agency of Noxa, and I'd like to clarify the situation about Tung 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 Sahur. In Sammy's game Steal a Brainrot, Noxa did not remove Tung Tung Sahur. Neither Noxa nor us asked for Tung Tung Sahur to be removed. Sammy asked, with two S's, us to contact his lawyer. While we were waiting for the lawyer to get back to us, Sammy decided to remove the character from the game. It was Sammy's decision. All right, let me read that again because I feel like there's some interesting wordplay happening in this. Neither Noxa nor us asked for Tung 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 Sahur to be removed. Sammy asked us to contact his lawyer. Why would Sammy ask you to contact his lawyer if you never asked him to remove? Like, why would Sammy, the owner, I guess, of Steal a Brainrot, why would they go for a lawyer? I don't understand. I feel like we're missing context. While we were waiting for the lawyer to get back to us, Sammy decided to remove the character from the game. It was Sammy's decision. Steal a Brainrot is making millions of revenue using Noxa's work. Noxa's work is crazy for Brainrot. Like, you're making a meme. Like, it's a Brainrot meme, and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna say that you have ownership of it? Like, copyright is the death of art, guys. I've said this 10,000 times. Copyright should not exist. It's the death of art. I'm like a full-blown capitalist. Not really, but I'm all about the free market. Copyright is like antithetical to art. It is just a terrible, terrible thing. Steal a Brainrot is making millions of revenue using Noxa's work, in which we invest time and resources. We were always open for discussion, and Noxa would be happy for the players to keep playing with Tung Tung Sahur with a little bit of green on the side, I'm sure. Again, opinion statement, I don't know. This situation isn't fair regarding our partners, small and big studios, who have acquired our licenses in all fairness. Shut up with your licensing crap. Have some dignity, you god. You, that's so annoying. You're so lame, bro. That's so lame. Like, what a shill. Nobody, you know what? Nobody should use Tung Tung Sahur anymore. Good job. Good job. I hope everything gets copyrighted with this because your character should be absolutely nowhere. If you're gonna claim that this is your character, what an absolute cringe show, bro. Tung Tung Sahur disappeared from Roblox. Over the weekend of September 13th, players noticed that every instance of Tung Tung Sahur had been wiped from Steal a Brainrot, including his signature ramp entrance and on-screen appearance. Popular Roblox YouTuber Creekcraft highlighted this change, pointing out that Tung Tung was also scrubbed from the Brainrot games such as Brainrot Evolution. Momentum Lab, the agency representing creator Noxa, later released a statement clarifying the situation. They claim Noxa did not personally request the removal, but that Steal a Brainrot developer Sammy pulled the character while legal discussions over licensing were going on. Okay, yeah, but that's legal pressure, you asshats. He just decided to remove the character for no reason. That's what you're trying to make it seem like, and that's not what happened. You copyrighted the character and he was forced to remove it from the game. He told you to talk to his lawyers because you were coming at him with basically a lawsuit. Like, are you kidding me? The agency described Tung Tung as copyrighted intellectual property and said Steal a Brainrot was generating millions in revenue. It doesn't matter how much money you're making for copyright. This is another thing that people don't understand. Fair use is fair use. Fair use applies to all memes, man. I would love to go to court over any of the memes that I have in the meme stream right now, because like, oh yeah. What a breach of copyright for me to put the It's Muffin Time up. Because I'm feeling like I want to die right now. That's the meme. There you go. I just made it fair use for you. As negotiations continue, players remain uncertain whether Tung Tung will return to the game. Momentum Labs said they are open for discussion. No, I think if that's the case, you remove Tung Tung and all of the characters associated with that copyright completely from the games and tell them to go screw themselves. This lawsuit nonsense over both characters that don't matter. Like, why are you doing this? Have we just gotten to the point in society where you can literally just copyright anything and then you can just, like, you know, pose legal threat to somebody and then all of a sudden turn around and be like, actually, they're the weirdo because they're the ones that removed it. They're creating now that I think about it, what Noxa is doing in this article with this letter, with this little thing right here, this is pressure being put back on Sammy for Steal a Brainrot. This is saying like, hey, you removed it from your game. We're just clarifying to everybody, we didn't make you remove this from our game, but you removed it from our game. So let's negotiate. I'm sure we can find an amicable deal. Rings, hands, disgusting behavior, absolute nonsense. And honestly, it makes me want to play Steal a Brainrot because this is so outlandish and ridiculous. D-Max, this is a Forsaken drama too. See, okay, now that's interesting. Forsaken's like a little bit different because Forsaken, like Jason is an actual character that exists in movies, you know? Like, I think that it's wrong. I think that like Forsaken should be allowed to have Jason in there too, but it's a little bit different, you know? Tung Tung Sahur is like a brain, like it's meant to be stupid. It's not high art. And treating it as if it is like absolutely absurd. Granted, Jason isn't really high art too. I'm mildly annoyed to understand that Jason got removed from Forsaken because of copyright reasons, but I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I'm willing to temper my attitude about it because I'm like, well, I mean, it has precedent. You know, they don't really like licensing. Like, licensing a movie character is a lot different than licensing a Brainrot. Next, someone is going to say, D-Max, life is copyrighted. Yeah, Air is copyrighted, guys. I copyrighted Air. You know that meme that I made at the beginning of the stream, Air? Yeah, I copyrighted that meme, so now everybody has to pay me royalties whenever they breathe. Bored and angry at Steal a Brainrot? You're angry at Steal a Brainrot? Oh, you're saying you're angry for... Yeah, I got you. I'm angry at Steal a Brainrot because it's beating Grow a Garden. Oof. That's a rough reason to be angry at it for, but okay. For me, Forsaken Jason is a movie character and something that Roblox had, but Tung Tung is AI. Yeah, that's the other thing is like Tung Tung was made by AI. I don't know. I feel like if you make a character by AI, I think it should have the same amount of like rights, I guess, as like a normally drawn character. Because at the end of the day, it's like AI is just a tool the same way as like a Wacom tablet would be a tool or whatever. It just makes it like easier, you know? But I understand that's kind of a controversial take too. People out here being like, AI is not art, D-Max, what are you talking about? And I'm like, kind of is. Subsonic's copyrighted. No, I know. Everybody's copyrighted, guys. I'm copyrighted. You're copyrighted. Everybody's copyrighted. The color green is copyrighted. Actually, certain colors are copyrighted, guys. That is a real thing. Hornet and Night is copyrighted. That's too many copyrights. I know. There's a lot of copyrights, guys. Yeah. The world of corporate marketing. D-Max, there's a new Brainrot called Job Sahur. Oh, is that like what they did to replace? See, that's what I would do.
Oh,
I would remove Tung Sahur and instead I would make it Job Sahur or whatever. Are you serious right now? Proof that we live in a society, guys. Here it is. This is the face of a man who lives in a society. Sheesh. Very creative Brainrot. Yeah, the most creative Brainrot. Copyright it. Somebody quick, copyright it.